Hey guys, this is another story time with me because I can't sleep and I'm getting frustrated. So instead of sitting here and just getting emotional and crying and getting upset, I'm just gonna vent because it does help. So I am currently living in Pennsylvania. I'm in a small town called Latrobe. Um, it's where I grew up. It means where I went to school and all that. It is very like country. Like the guys carry around cups and spit like tobacco in it. And I see people with like souped up trucks and they have like, Confederate flags on the back of it. And maybe 15 minutes from here, if you go to like out past Ligonier, there's like Amish people. And then like the Battle of Gettysburg's not far from here. And like it's that kind of like, if you want to see like a plantation house, like the slave houses, they're out here. um, When I took my one prom date to high school prom, there was a KKK meeting convention coming out of the park. Like KKK members were across in my parents' yard when I was in like fourth grade, and we moved because of it. And that's the kind of like town I live in. And though yes, it has evolved since I've been gone and moved back, it's still it's small town. It's small town. Like if you want to meet up with someone that you've been seeing in years, you'll see them when you go to Walmart. That's just how it is down here. Anyway, so finding a job has been hard. And the job I did have, which I don't care to say anymore, it was Walmart. I was working at Walmart, and the management, the nighttime management, was completely targeting me as someone that was new. Everyone else that was new, they gave them the easier sections to work, and I was working stock, like overnight stock. They would give me like so much freight, like a ridiculous amount of freight, and put me in sections and areas that I didn't know where things went, so do it as fast as they wanted me to. And then if I did do it to the speed they wanted to, like bring more out, and then even other employees were like, they brought you more stuff out? I'm like, yeah. And then if I told them, hey, I might need help in this aisle, they just be like, okay, well, you can get done. It's not that much. And they wouldn't get me anything. They wouldn't bring me any help. Though there was one manager that when I told him, he would actually go right away and he'd find someone to help me. Or he'd be like, hey, this is too much. And he takes me back. Well, I had mentioned it to the store manager about it. And um, they said they'd have a talk with them about it. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. They just actually started doing it more. And then it wasn't just one manager doing it, there was another manager doing it to me. And then I realized what they were doing. They couldn't obviously, because I was doing my job, they had to find ways of me, they had to find ways to get me to not be doing my work so they could use that against me. So they would give me an excessive amount of work so they could use that against me. Because they weren't going to just come out and be like, oh, we don't like you because you're trans. I mean, whatever. But that was definitely the issue because they would be rude as fuck to me, give me a bunch of work. If they was walking down to the back rooms or something, they'd keep their heads down and not look at me or talk to me. The only time they talked to me is when they wanted to yell at me for something. And mind you, I was new, and they never treated any other new people like that. And other employees saw it because they had pulled me into the office the one time, the owner of the store owner, and had mentioned to me something about like, hey, are you having a hard time here? And I said, yeah, how do you guys know about that though? And I guess um, other employees had written like to management about the fact that I was being targeted. And then I eventually took it to ethics. But then by that time I was like, you know what? if this is the behavior that people are going to have towards me being here just because of being who I am, like I don't feel safe here anymore. You mean if you're going to those lengths to get me out, like then I don't feel safe here at all. Especially working late night when there's only a select amount of people in the store. Like no, no, I don't feel safe with that. So, and then why should I? And then what? So I can feel miserable every day for you? What? Just to eventually fire me for something completely stupid? When our jobs aren't hard, we pick up boxes, put them away on a shelf. That's it. Like the job wasn't hard. That's why I liked it. I loved the job because it was easy. It was overnight. I didn't have to deal with customers. It was simple. It was simple and easy, and that's why I liked it. And they weren't having it. And I think that's something I've realized in my transition too is when I was obviously started my transition, I wasn't, as polished as I am now. I wasn't on hormones and all that stuff. So I had my issues there finding jobs, obviously, because I was bricky. You mean? Let's be honest. I was bricky. I looked a mess. I was a booker. My little tranny, and it was what it was. But people kind of felt okay with that because then it was the excuse of, okay, well, you obviously look like a man. You're obviously a tranny. So it's like, I can like belittle you and everything like that because you look the way you look, so I can treat you however. But then I realized, like, especially after taking hormones and like my face softened and I got my breasts have grown in and like being like getting to the point being passable or pretty, it comes with its benefits, but it also comes with so much bullshit too. Because then you have these people that want to like, because then if they're attracted to you, oh my god, heaven forbid a man would find you attractive and then find out you're trans, and it's like, then it doesn't even matter because then they don't want you there because they don't want to look at you every day and then feel like they're being turned on by you, or women that are jealous by you, then they're like, how dare you have the audacity to be born a male and look good as a woman? Which the whole time, like, I'm just trying to work to make some money. Like, what goes on in your pants and what goes on in your head and how you feel inside has nothing to do with me at all. At all. Anyway, so I've been up all night trying to look up, like I do every day, look for jobs, look for resources in every different city, and trying to find a way to, make things move. And I'm just getting frustrated because I'm at my parents' house. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. I don't talk to anyone. So it's like, and my family's not fully supportive either. So I know that's on a time limit for me to be here because eventually they're going to get over it, and because they're going to feel awkward with me being here, especially the more as I change with my transition. And I'm just trying to be on top of it because if I'm not working and then they give me the boot, then what do? You mean? And it just annoys me because everyone's giving their opinions of what I should do, and it's like, you really have no clue. It's like there's not like an easy answer. And the hard part is, I'm afraid I'm probably just gonna have to pack up whatever I can and just almost it out again. And that's the scary part because I don't know if I have it in me to do that shit again. Anyway, till next time.